The first thing that we're going to do to start our knitting is to create a slip knot. A slip knot will attach our yarn to our needles and will give us a secure but reversible connection to our needles. To create a slip knot, the first thing I'm going to do is to grab any kind of ball of yarn. You're going to unravel a little bit of the ball of yarn until you have an end like this. This is known as your tail. And a portion of the yarn that's connected to the ball. You don't need a lot, but go ahead and unravel just a bit. And we're ready to create our slip knot. Now to create our slip knot, what we're going to do is we're going to take our yarn and we're going to loop it around itself, and then we're going to thread the needle through the loop. First, take your yarn where you have the tail, and in the portion of the yarn that's connected to the ball, this is known as the working yarn, and you're going to take your tail and your working yarn and you're going to create a little loop. The loop doesn't need to be very large. You're going to notice that you have a loop with the tail on the left-hand side. Take that tail and place it over the working yarn. Once you've done that, you're then going to lift up the loop that you've created and place the tail underneath the loop, giving you something that looks like a bee. Let's do that one more time. So you're going to take a length of yarn, the tail on one side, the working yarn that's connected to the ball on the other. You're going to give yourself a little bit to work with. Make a loop, again, doesn't need to be very large. Something that looks like that. Take your tail, place it over the working yarn to create a circle or a loop. Notice that the yarn is over, the tail is over the working yarn. Then lift up the new loop and just simply scooch or move that tail underneath. This is going to create something that looks like a letter B or a number 8. Great job. Now the next thing that we need to do is we need to attach this loop to our needle. Take one of your needles, doesn't matter which one, they're exactly the same. And you're going to see the tip of your needle here. We're going to place that tip over the line at the bottom. Then the line in the middle, which is your yarn tail, you're going to go underneath that and then over the top line. Let's do that one more time. I'll move this more to the middle. So we're going to have our one needle, take the point, place it over the bottom line, then under the middle line, and then over the top line. Now we need to tighten it onto our needles. If you gently grab the tail and then also gently grab the working yarn, and you just pull them apart, it's going to slowly tighten up that new slip knot onto your needle. Now it's not completely tight, so we're going to lift up the needle, and you're going to see you have these two strands. Again, the strand with the end is known as the tail. The strand connected to the ball is known as the working yarn. Grab both of these and pull them. This is going to tighten the yarn up into a knot. And then we're just going to move that knot a little bit closer by pulling the strands apart again. Now you can do this with one finger or two, but just go ahead and pull them apart a little bit and continue to pull them down and then apart until you get a nice loop that's close to your needle. Congratulations, you've made a slip knot.